Greetings. Welcome to Little Discovery Corner. Today, as I was getting ready, I heard Find Your Voice. Let's just find your voice. And I didn't see much in my third eye, but I did see kind of a purple field, or like a purple light. And so a voice makes me think of the throat chakra, which has to do with communication, but the purple, I think of the crown chakra, which is spirituality, your higher self. So I think what that's trying to say is finding your voice involves listening to your higher self first. Listen to your intuition. You know, what your heart and your gut and your higher self, your conscience are trying to lead you to do deep down. And follow that and communicate that with the world. Whether that means defending yourself against abuse, maybe, those who are seeking to harm you or take advantage of you, energy vampires in your life, or expressing yourself, your feelings, to someone who you would like to hear it. And that can involve, you can look up resources on the most effective way to communicate difficult information, messages, for example. There are mediators out there if you say you need to initiate a separation or that sort of thing, or, look up, you can look up, start doing some homework to find good quality, reasonably priced legal representation, if that's something you feel you need to express your truth. And follow the guidance of your higher self. Star, yeah, that's your emotional self, letting your true self come to the surface and shine through like a bright star in the night sky. Yeah, to come to a, your happy place, happy ending. But you feel like this dream come true is under judgment. This dream come true that you're reaching for, this basket of plenty because of a tower, like a big shakeup. That's what the tower is. And that left you kind of feeling pretty rough, out of balance. Yeah, and you need to judgment, the universe wants you to come into balance. And I think that's what the purple field is. The universe, your higher self, your spirit self, your spirit team is trying to. The judgment is that what they're telling you is that you need to work on coming into balance for a new emotional start in life. Okay, I feel like this is like a community you may have been part of. Which came into a state of conflict and left you kind of stuck wishing you've dropped it. Yeah, this person looks like, their journey has kind of paused. And they're just kind of like dreaming, daydreaming about the past, wishfully thinking about the future. Their shopping bag's empty. So this group, this community came into a state of conflict, leaving you at a kind of a loss, stuck in wishing energy. Yeah. looking for wisdom and wanting to communicate about, express yourself about a happy ending and wanting to charge in. But you are hermiting, collecting yourself, trying to take some time out after your king on the board was knocked over and you had to walk away, or someone walked away from you. And you either walked away from this situation, or you realized why another energy had to walk away from the situation, or both. And it's like you're on guard. And that could be part of communicating, communicating your rights, asserting your rights, communicating your right to personal peace and safety, whether it's just emotionally and psychologically or even physically. Okay. Freedom. Okay. This could be about coming into balance and, finding your voice to break free of an old situation, an old life. Care. The crab, it's, also about self-defense. Protecting your inner self. And being a sea creature, it's all about delving into your emotional state, your emotional world. And that's what the star is all about. Deal. Okay, so you're trying to break free. Having to care for listening to your intuition to end a karmic contract and break free. Find your freedom. Find your freedom from a bad relationship dynamic that is unhealthy for you and others. Oh. Reveal, yeah. That's about reveal. Same thing, like reveal your inner self, reveal your inner, how you really feel inside. Yeah, and this also, the badger is two-toned, so it also makes me think of balancing out, staying in balance, and that could be your emotional needs with your intellect and your analytical side. And your analytical side could be overthinking things and keeping you stuck, trying to keep you stuck, and say, oh, it's too much trouble to try and break free. It's like, oh, it's too much work, and it's throwing up all these rationalizations about why you can't break free from a bad deal that you are bound to in life. Could be this community. But yeah, this is all about listening to and communicating your emotional self, what your heart really wants, and following that into your power. Yes, that's where your power, that's where getting in balance and communicating your true self, your true needs, emotionally, psychologically, and physically. You will come into your power and free yourself from old contracts, old situations, old relationships with victory. Okay, that's what I like to add. Good, my philosopher's deck. It's been a little while. What lessons might my soul be calling in through my present circumstance? Whatever the present moment contains, accept it as if you had chosen it. All right, so if your heart's telling you to break free of an old situation, old relationship, old community, old crowd, old job, whatever the case may be. Think of it as your soul setting up that obstacle for yourself. It's like an obstacle course, the obstacle course of life. What did your soul want you to learn from this challenge, this challenging situation? Perhaps that was how to listen to your inner self, listen to your heart and your gut and your conscience, and communicate that. And communication can be walking away from, just turning away, walking away from a situation that no longer serves you. That is a form of communication. And that could be what your soul wanted you to learn to do. Assert yourself. Listen to your heart and follow it, and assert yourself and protect your peace. Do I feel like I'm constantly battling the negativity that lives within my mind? That could be your like over-analytical mind throwing up rationalizations to not do something or not express yourself or express your feelings. Or do I feel like I default to positivity? Do I judge myself for having negative thoughts? If so, why? Can I acknowledge that negative impulses, negative actions are very different things? Okay, everybody has, weird thoughts. Everybody has judgmental thoughts. If you don't act on them, if you, stop and correct yourself, and if that's something you're learning to do, catch yourself, be more aware of your thoughts and your ego trying to lead you to a place that is not in your greatest and highest good. That is another lesson your soul is trying to get you to learn. And optimism, there's, you got to be aware of toxic positivity. If you're in a low place, you have to let yourself feel low vibrational feelings, anger, resentment, hurt, pain. Those are part of the human emotional experiences, and you don't want to deny those things about yourself. You have to let yourself feel them, process them, so you can release that energy and let it go. Man has the power to choose good or evil. Whichever he chooses, he will have. So learning from past mistakes, past bad choices could be part of the rationalizations your analytical mind has been throwing out. Like, oh, I've done bad, I'll always be that way. Or that's who I am. And that's not true. Your soul may be trying to teach you to let go of the past and do better moving forward. Always, that's the purpose of life, right? Always improve, always do better, and always try to be a better person. Okay, I think I'll close out with my angel numbers today. And go closing out. 222. Trustful. Your angel asks you to trust your place in life right now. You are in the right place at the right time. Take a look around and enjoy the moment. Everything is where it's supposed to be. Think of one thing you need to let go of so you can enjoy the moment. Give that thing gratitude and then send it off into the universe. Picture it evaporating into thin air. It's no longer something you need to concern yourself with. All right, and that's something I've had to do. Learning to go with the flow and appreciate, the lessons my soul had to learn in order to reach a better place, a more personal peace, a protected place where I am more discerning of, say, people who are trying to feed on, whose egos are trying to feed on my energy, and walk away from that if needs be, even if I had high hopes for certain connections at one time. And I thank them for teaching me what I needed to learn about myself, and because those lessons led me to a better place in life. So if you're in kind of a mixed bag space right now, just tell yourself you're where you're supposed to be and keep moving forward, but have patience with yourself. Skipping steps 3, 4, 6. The details are important. You are moving at a faster speed than most lately. Okay, that lines right up with this one. Angels are reminding you to make sure you aren't skipping any necessary steps. Circle back today to a recent situation and make absolutely sure you didn't miss any details or processes that could cause an issue later. And that could just include, what I was just talking about with processing negative emotions that you might, like a lot of us are conditioned to suppress anger and sadness. And I've tried to notice when something like that, those emotions are kind of starting to bubble up beneath the surface in my gut, and there's just like an unease. I don't quite know that something's bothering me. I just feel like a kind of a friction inside me. It's very subtle at first, but I'll stop. I'll pause and just kind of focus on it. And often before long, it'll come up. I'll start crying, or I'll feel really angry about something, and it won't take confirmation from the kitty. It won't take long for me to figure out what I'm upset about, what the feelings are, whether it's sadness, hurt, anger, resentment, and I'll sit there and focus on letting myself feel it, so I can release those emotions and move on. Travel experience brings growth. There is an adventure waiting for you, and it's in your highest good to pursue it. In new contexts and environments, your angels will bestow wisdom on you. Where do you want to go? Plan a trip or adventure, no matter how small, and know that it's never a waste of time to see and experience new things. Even if you can't go on a trip right now, make a vision board of a future experience in full living color so that you can be reminded of your goal every day. Okay, I often discover, even if it's just a trip of a few days, even if it's only a weekend getaway, if I'm focused on all these, keep in the back of my head, trying to listen to my higher self, my inner world, often I'll experience some sort of shift when I leave for a trip. So that could be something that can help you. I hope that has helped someone out there today. I will see you next time.